Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and we're talking about those evil autonomous vehicles again, because why the heck not? On a side note, before we get into this story, the main story, I was going to do a separate video for it, but I might as well just say it now. Apple has self-driving cars on California roads. They got a permit. They did it legally, and California said, okay, why couldn't Uber have done that? I don't know. But apparently, it's not just Uber's autonomous vehicles that are going to have a big hurdle to overcome. It's going to be all autonomous vehicles. And I did bring up the Apple story for a reason. You'll see why near the end. But basically, autonomous vehicles are nowhere near safe, not because of sensor issues, not because you need a certain amount of these cars to be on the road before they're even remotely safe on a grand scale, not because people won't accept them, and not because of road regulations. It's because of hacking. Chris Miller helped design some of the autonomous vehicles at Uber. He has since left the company, is working for another company. Which one, I can't tell you off the top of my head, but I will link to the article below. And he and his buddy Chris made headlines and shook the world when they remotely hacked a self-driving Jeep, which they said proved that these autonomous vehicles were not immune to hacking. And in fact, hacking these things was not only possible, it was easy. It was very easy. Now, he had been working with Uber to try to get this, to get the cars to be free from hacking issues. And he found the progress to be very slow, which is why he left the company. For that matter, Uber wouldn't let him speak publicly about the fact that hacking was a major issue with these cars. And I mean, why would they? I mean, they're trying to convince you that the cars are here in 2 to 3 years, where most scientists and mechanics and people actually make cars say, yeah, it's closer to 10, and really that's still kind of a pipe dream. We're probably looking more like 20 years. So basically, don't be concerned about losing your job just yet. I know they're coming. They're not coming anytime soon. And anyway, Miller is getting frustrated with Uber, so he left the company as he's developing self-driving cars for another company. Again, the name escapes at the moment, but I'll link to it below. But it was an interesting read because basically, he's going like, yeah, you know what? These cars will drive themselves and everything, but they can be hacked. And even if they can't be hacked, the computers that control them can be hacked. And you have to have a level of security that is massive, massive, massive before you can even consider trusting people's lives with these cars. All it's going to take is for one crazy terrorist or activist to hack into a computer or car and have it do some crazy stuff, and no one would have control of the vehicle. That's an issue that's going to come up when it comes time to regulate these things, because we can't even protect our YouTube accounts from being hacked or our Facebook accounts from being hacked. And there's no reason to hack those and spend the time to hack them other than to get a cheap laugh. But if you want to do some serious damage, there is plenty of incentive to hack an autonomous vehicle. I can guarantee you that. Now, this is why I mentioned the Apple story in this video rather than make its own video. Some people are going to, at this point, say, oh, well, Apple's making an autonomous vehicle. Their stuff doesn't get hacked. No, guys, that's not true. Apple products are not immune to viruses. They are not immune to hacking. Are they a little more difficult? Yes, but here's why they're more difficult. It's because they don't have the market share that the other computer companies do. Like, you know, with Apple, you have iOS, which is closed system, proprietary, only Apple controls it, and Apple approves the apps and everything. It's a little bit more difficult to hack, and Apple computers make up maybe 2 to 5% of the market. It's not worth a hacker's time to hack an Apple product. However, a PC, well, they all run Windows. There's all different parts. They've got slots. They're not closed by any means. They're not proprietary. And 95% of the market has a PC. That is very good incentive to hack a PC. So here's the thing. Let's say Apple gets this car on the road. And you know, I'm going to give them 5 years because they're Apple and they make great products. They suck as a company, but they make good products, provided you want to stay in the application. Okay, I have to, can't get sidetracked like that. They are going to make a great car. They are going to make a great autonomous vehicle. And everyone's going to want it because it's an Apple car. Well, let's say the Apple car takes up 70% of the market, of the autonomous vehicle market. Guess what? Hackers will want to hack the Apple car. And when there's that much market share, there's that much more incentive to actually pull it off. And they will pull it off. The only reason Apple products aren't hacked as much is because it's not worth most hackers' time to do it. But if Apple releases a product that is mass adoptable like the iPhone, and the iPhone has been hacked many times because it is very popular, it will be worth it to hackers to hack the Apple car. And the problem with hacking an autonomous vehicle is that let's just take the best case scenario. You're going to have some yum kids who's going to hack the car and they're going to drive themselves because they think it's funny. But it's not funny. There is a human life in that car, and the person in the car cannot take control over the vehicle. That is a problem. That is a huge problem. And so this is an issue with the autonomous vehicles that is not being discussed. It's not being considered very much, but it is an issue. And they're going to have to address the issue at some point. So when people say, oh, Kevin, you're denying the inevitable, they're coming and they're just around the corner, well, keep telling me that. I'll keep making videos like this, showing exactly why they're not around the corner and why you should really calm the heck down. Seriously, calm the heck down. Your job's not going anywhere anytime soon. So anyway, but what do you folks think? Do you think hacking's going to be a big issue? Do you think they're going to solve it in 2 or 3 years? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.